Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Call Me When They Kiss. This is a surprise bonus episode. Cindy and I sat down to record our monthly book review episode, but we started ranting about Love Island. It's been an hour now, so we're just going to release this as a separate episode. We hope you enjoy. If you want to hear all our thoughts on the Casa Amor Recoupling, you've come to the right place. And when you're done with this episode, go listen to our bonus book episode. We're talking about Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid and Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. Sydney, do you have any thoughts?
Nope. Without further ado, here is our Love Island bonus.
Love Island. Okay, before we begin talking about the books, we have to talk about Love Island for a minute because
oh my gosh,
our thoughts will be kind of current. We're recording this episode the day before it comes out. You guys, this is how dedicated we are.
Well, just one. I mean, like, there was no episode on Saturday. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're so dedicated that we are recording this episode right now instead of watching the Sunday night episode of Love Island. Sydney, do you have any thoughts about the Casa Amor recoupling that you would like to share?
Look, I'm kind of burned out on it, not gonna lie, because I posted a video. It has like 100,000 views and a whole lot of really dumb comments. And I'm like at first I kind of like got defensive and was like responding. And then they just kept coming and I'm like, you guys, like, look, I can say this because I just know that anyone listening to this podcast are not going to be like these slimy men defenders. So like, I can say that the people in my comment section were pissing me off and just sounded so dumb. But it was actually kind of like horrifying because I saved a couple, actually. I took a screenshot and I actually forgot that I wanted to mention it until now. But this is like what we have to face, okay? As women. No, like...
Oh, I thought you meant as like podcasters.
No.
Okay. That's why I laughed because I was like, yeah, we're like we just get so many comments every day with our 1,000 Instagram followers.
This is just like, I was saying it's horrifying because some of these responses are coming from women. Some were men. One is like going at it in my comment section. I've never responded to him, but like he's fighting with other women and he's like a 16-year-old boy.
Oh my gosh.
He has one post and it's him on his football team and he has like class of 2028.
Wait, I'm going to try to find it.
And I'm like, little boy, get off. No, I actually wasn't even going to mention his. I mean, he said something.
Class
just like,
of what?
2028.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So yeah, he's probably 16, right? So he... Yeah, he was like, tell me what these guys did wrong. And I think I did respond once and I was like, look, dude, if you don't see it, like I'm not even going to spend my time explaining this to you. And, but then of course other women get in the comments and they're like, let me explain it to you. And he's just like going back and forth fighting with them. And one's like, you're a little boy. And he's like, age doesn't mean anything. I've gone through a lot, actually. And... It's really funny. I'm like, girl, why are you even like spending your time responding to him? But yeah, so some are boys, but some are girls. And it's like the whole point of this video that I made was like that it's sad to see girls like defending bad behaviors. And like you can argue some of KC's stuff, but like Corbin straight up was disrespectful. And Parmita literally said, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
He's with his boys. He has no control over what he says. That is just like, no.
Like, that was crazy. My jaw was on the floor when she said that.
This is 2026. Like, we're no longer just letting men say whatever slimy, weird things they want to say and saying like, oh, what did she say? He was speaking with his dick. I'm like, no. Like, no. And so that's the whole point. But then like more women are in this comment section still defending it. But when you are a woman that tries to call out like this bad behavior, there were comments calling, oh, okay, here's one. I'm gonna swear. And Issa knows I don't swear, but I'm
I've
gonna
never
read.
heard Sydney swear once in my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm reading this comment, so technically I'm not even really swearing.
But even when you're repeating things that other people said, I feel like you censor it.
Well, yeah, but people have to like hear how brutal these comments are because it's not really
Okay,
that
wow, I'm
brutal. But you know,
excited.
like
This
when you
is a big
censor it,
moment.
it doesn't really like sound as effective, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what women. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
So the
I'm
clean,
ready.
the clean
Okay.
preface of this is the response that women get when we try to hold men accountable for the gross things they say. Okay, this is a response we get.
Sorry, this is a man's comment?
No profile picture, of course.
Okay.
Don't know. Sensitive ass hoes, I swear. Okay. So we're just sensitive. Nothing more than toxic ass fans. Okay. Um, one lady said,
Wait, so we're the sensitive ones?
yes, we are toxic fans and we're sensitive hoes
Oh my gosh.
because we don't think that men should be allowed to say disgusting things about women on TV.
And this is about the man who was like, nobody picked me on the first day.
Yeah.
Like, that is being sensitive, in my opinion.
Somebody else was like, this show's all fake, you know that, right? And I'm like, the things that these men are saying are not scripted. It's not for publicity. Like, it's not like to get people to watch the show. This is their true thoughts and feelings and how they treat women, you know?
Oh, it really irks me when people just like are like, oh, well, you know, it's all fake, right? It's like you're literally missing the whole point. And yeah, it's not scripted. Like, yes, the producers interfere and they do things, but like other Islanders have come out and said, yes, the producers try to get you to do things, and obviously they can edit it a certain way, but like at the end of the day, these Islanders always have a choice in what they say and do.
Their words are their words.
Yeah, it's like when I saw that comment and that person that was like, you know, it's all fake, right? It's like, well, what's your point? Like, even even if you're watching a scripted show and a character says something sexist or racist or homophobic, I'm not gonna like that character. Yeah, like I'm not gonna like that character, and like I could make a TikTok saying like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this character did this in this show. They're the villain of the show. It's like, okay, what's your point? I don't know. It really bugs me when people.
The only thing I regret about
Then why are you commenting? If you think the show's just fake, then why are you here commenting and arguing about it?
Exactly. Yeah, that same lady, I think either the comment was removed or she deleted it, but she said like, they're all whores anyway. And I was like, whoa. Like, I'm not calling these women whores.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, like, you're taking no. Like, she was against me, and then she said that. Like, I don't know if she just thought, like, this was gonna, like, level it. But I'm like, no, like, that's not what I'm saying either.
You're
like,
right.
Yeah, and I responded. I was like, well, I don't speak about women that way. But that's, like, but that's my whole point is, like, women are saying these things, and it's, like, they don't even see... Like, women that behave in that way of, like, defending bad men behavior are doing so because of, like, this whole system that's been put in place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're a product of their environment, and the whole world has taught us to justify bad behavior. So, like, I was going to say the only thing I regret about that is that it was aimed a little bit more towards, like, the women, because I was like, oh, no, like, well, I can't remember exactly what I put, but it was like when women start defending bad behavior, you know?
Yeah.
And so
I see what you're saying.
I was calling out more the women, even though people in the comment section were like, tell me what they did. I'm like, I'm talking about what these girls were saying. Like, it, as a woman, I'm like, no, like, you can accept that you're with a guy that, like, has said these bad things, but, like, they watched the other episodes. Like, they knew what was being said, and they could say, like, yeah, you're right, like, that was rude of him to say or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my only regret, was that it was aimed a little bit more at the women, because we've talked about this, I think, on previous episodes where, like, or maybe it's just been in our own discussions, but like women hold other women accountable much quicker than like men hold other men accountable.
Yeah.
And so like my immediate defense was like to be upset at the women for not like calling out that behavior, when I should have just directed that at the guys and their behavior, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think women can still be held accountable, but we're quicker to like do that than the men sometimes.
I feel that I was just talking about this because going back to the islanders that have been removed for using racial slurs, again, of course they should be removed.
Mhm.
It's just interesting to me that it's been all women,
Mhm.
and I'm like,
You're telling me not a single one of these guys
yes,
have any history of this? It's
yes,
all
and
women?
yes, it's like
Mhm.
it's just so interesting that these women have frenemies that are releasing these videos and screenshots of them using racial slurs, and it's mind-blowing to me that it hasn't happened with a man yet,
Mhm.
especially like
We know Austin said something.
yes, that's exactly the person I was thinking of. I'm like, you're telling me that man has never used a racial slur in his whole life?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not buying it.
Yeah.
And I think people had like some sort of evidence of like Nick, and he was a fan favorite, but like I
I
think
could
there was
see Nick like
something.
singing a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, what were your thoughts watching it?
Well, I never doubted it, you guys. Like everybody was like, doubting that the season was gonna be good, but
I
I
did
would,
say that it was boring quite a bit.
yeah, like I was satisfied with the payoff. Like
Mhm.
everything that has happened thus far was building up to that moment. I will say though, like, because there have been other Casa Amor recouplings where similar things have happened. Like the girls have stayed loyal, the men did them so dirty, and the girls have these like really like epic moments where they're being, they're calling the men out and having these iconic speeches and moments and things like that. And I almost feel like that's what Melanie and Anaya were going for,
Mhm.
but they're missing something very important. Like the reason why in past seasons those moments were iconic and a big deal and we were like 100% on their side was because like before Casa Amor, the men that they were coupled up with had given them no reason to suspect that like they were going to do them dirty.
Yeah.
So it really was like this genuine betrayal. And unfortunately with Sincere and KC, the signs have been there. So it's
Mhm.
like they had these like really dramatic epic moments that was still good fun TV, but at the end of the day I'm like, but you shouldn't have stayed loyal. You
Yeah.
Sincere and they gave you so many signs. Your connection and your relationship, neither of them were that strong. So it just waters down the moment, and
Yeah.
I don't think that, even though it was a really good episode and I had a blast watching it, I don't necessarily think it's going to go down in like Casa Amor Love Island history.
Mhm.
Maybe the Trinity and TT fight. But
That was
that was two
TT.
girls. Yeah, and it wasn't about like a connection that we were all
Yeah.
rooting for. You know what I mean? So,
Well, even
yeah, that's my main thought.
the thing with Corbin is like, I'm not shocked that he left Kenzie. I was shocked by the things he was saying though. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people were saying like, oh, like this is just proof that like they should have got rid of Corbin and they should have kept Gabe. And people were like, well, Gabe would have done the same exact thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe Gabe, yeah, Gabe would have, especially with Parmita, yeah, I feel like Gabe would have chosen her over Kenzie too, you know? The difference is I do not think that Gabe would have been saying any of those things that
No, I
Corbin
don't
did.
think so.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that he would have enjoyed his time with Kenzie. He would have thought she was fun. He was never with Kenzie, right? He was with Jen. But, like, still, like, if, hypothetically, if he had been the one with Kenzie,
Mm-hmm.
he would have gone into Casa. He would have chosen the other girl, but he would have been like, the whole time, oh, Kenzie, you know, she's so kind. She's so nice. She's so fun. She deserves the best. She's going to find somebody she wants, you know, like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have said, oh, Kenzie's out the window and all the other just weird things that he was saying that, like, I
Mm-hmm.
thought they were at least enjoying their time together. And he
Corbin
made
and
it,
Kenzie? You
yeah.
thought? Yeah.
Like, I didn't think they were going to last as a couple, but I thought, like, they were getting what they wanted out of that, even if it was
Yeah.
just
No, I was
physical intimacy.
surprised. I was surprised by the things Corbin said. And it's so ironic that Kenzie ended up being like, she ended up coming out on top, besides Bryce and Trinity, in that episode. Because say what you want about Kenzie, but she washed her hands of Zach, and now she washed her hands of Corbin, and I respect that.
She moves on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Okay, but
hoping
like,
that. What?
oh no, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, if Casey and TT and sorry, I'm just now realizing that both of their names like just sound like 4 letters.
Casey and
Casey and
TT.
TT. Um, if they and Parmita and Corbin are not like the first to go, though, I actually will be upset over like Caleb. Caleb is boring. Caleb, right? Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of boring, but like he's been unproblematic, and just for that, I'm like, you deserve to stay.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want them to get any sort of satisfaction of making it farther. Because
Yeah,
they
I
suck.
really don't either, and I don't even think none of them are like star material enough that I feel like it would be a huge loss if they left. Like, I
We've
think
been wanting Corbin to leave.
Yeah, Corbin GPT has served his purpose. You know, we've had like a few funny moments with him. The Corbin GPT jokes. But it's like, okay, you've served your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, yeah, he went downhill pretty quick. I think he could probably go, and I don't think it would be a huge loss to the villa.
Casey was never like charismatic enough to like really bring a lot to the screen. Even if he's like the better guy out of those two, he doesn't offer very much. And it's like, look, if you found your true love, then like you're good. You can go.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, there was like this one meme that was showing a scene when Corbin was laughing at something, and Kenzie was like, "What are you smiling for?" Or like, "Wipe that smile off your face," or something like that. And like he immediately stopped smiling, and somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, his voice recognition was still working."
Yeah.
And calling Parmita Alexa, like they're both these. You know, we're so perfect for each other. Like, we are so compatible because we're
Oh my
both
gosh,
perfect
yeah.
and, like, we're both good looking. Okay.
And I'm sure they do cut out, like, the actual conversations that they're having, but still, it just, like, made them look so silly.
Yeah. What a fun time.
I know we've already been talking about this too long, but, like, there's a couple more things I
Okay,
just want to say
no,
really fast.
because you can cut out as much as you need of what I said
Yeah.
to fit it all.
First of all, Kenzie, I know I just said respect to her for moving on from Corbin, but, like, she really is being so slimy to
Oh,
Jen.
yeah.
And it's just crazy. It's like, I don't know. It's fascinating. She has no loyalty to anybody. Well, obviously, I'm so thrilled that Bryce and Trinity are back together. Their recoupling was so cute.
They deserved a better song, though.
What song was it? I can't remember.
It was like a nothing song. That's the point. But Zach and Kata got the most beautiful cover of Chasing Cars. And I'm like, they don't deserve this song.
The rage I feel when I see Zach's face, like, I know he's not the worst one in the villa right now, but like I really can't stand him. And it's so funny because I didn't even like Charlie that much, but now I see videos of Charlie and I'm like, wow, you're so cute and charming compared to your brother.
I really like Charlie. For the time that Charlie was there, a lot of people online were like calling him ugly, and I like always thought he was cute. I
I
think
didn't
he's
think he was
cuter, but
ugly, and I didn't dislike him. I just don't remember feeling like particularly endeared to him.
mhm.
And maybe it's just nostalgia, but now when I see him, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so much better than Zach. Shoot, but neither of those things, I don't feel like either of those things were what I wanted to say
Was it
about the
about
episode.
Carl or
Oh,
um
yes. Okay, so it's crazy that they're letting us vote to bring back some Casa people, but I I was really excited in the moment when I saw that that's what the vote was, but now I'm already like, no.
yeah,
For multiple reasons. Number one, I saw an After Sun that Carl's like he kissed
Sydney.
Sydney. Oh, it was
Mhm.
Sydney?
Mhm.
And she's not even going back to the villa probably, right?
I
Like I'm
voted for
guessing
her.
they picked
Who
I
did you
guess I
vote
could
for?
I guess I could look at spoilers.
Did you
I
vote for
voted
Amora?
for yeah, cuz like I thought that's who we were supposed to vote for so that she could expose Sincere.
Well, but
Why did you vote for Sydney?
I did not think Sincere actually liked her. So like she would have been there to like expose him, and then like
Oh.
that's it. Like I don't think she was going to be a temptation. I brought back Sydney to stir up some drama with TT and KC because he chose him, but
Oh,
maybe with
that's
more
true.
time, he might flip flop back and it might make him look even worse and get him out. Because there's nobody else with, like, nobody else has potential to be with Sydney other than KC.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
I
think
was
about
hoping
that.
that it might, like, yeah, just break it up. Honestly, I really didn't care who came back out of the girls.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could look it up, but since
I
the
kind of
episode's over
regret
now.
Carl's vote.
Well, okay, so I'm annoyed that he like kissed Sydney. Listen, that is two Casa people coupling up. That is the fastest way to get sent home on Love Island. Like, I'm sorry, nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, I do really like Carl. Yes, I would like to see him and Anaya reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
But also, as I was texting you about this last night, but we all know Rob from Love Island USA season 6, but he was actually on season 5 as a Casa boy. Nobody picked him. They brought him on as an OG in season 6 and he blew up and now he's Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just Rob and
I
everybody
know
knows.
Rob, and I've never
Everybody
even
knows.
watched it. Yeah.
He's on a first name basis with everybody. So I would have preferred that, I think, for Carl. Like, bring him
That's
in
true.
as an OG next season. I think that would be
That's true.
better for Carl. He could be America's sweetheart.
He's really attractive and he seems really like level-headed and cool. I would have loved to just like see him shine in his own season rather than
Mm-hmm.
like okay, well now like you either win over Anaya and maybe you guys do end up a couple or it doesn't end up being that compatible anyways and like neither one of you like it means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of regretted it after the fact and was like, it's just like, but it can at least keep her in potentially longer than KC. And that's kind of all I wanted. I just didn't want her to go out first.
Yeah, that's true. It was bugging me though, like after she decided to stay loyal to Casey and then he walked in with TT and then she immediately like was like flipped a switch and was gazing so longingly at
Yeah.
Carl. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Do you know what look I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And I'm just like, girl, you did this to yourself.
Yeah, it is kind of like this is the consequences to your own
Don't
actions.
look at
Like,
him that way
sorry.
now. Like you don't get to look at him that way now.
Yeah. So if you could go back and change your vote, who would you have chosen?
I mean, I'd probably still what was the other option? Ronnie?
Ronnie, Che, the guy
I'd still
that was with Melanie. Casey?
Oh,
Was that his
oh,
name?
I forgot about that. Yeah, maybe Che. Yeah, actually, maybe I would change it to Che. I don't know. I still think Carl's probably the best for entertainment purposes.
Che could have been nice because then, like, once more came out, like, movie night with Zach, like, everyone's like, show this, show this, show this of Zach. And I'm like, okay, but, like, what's the point now? There's no one else Kata could be with. Do they bring in bombshells after this point?
Yeah, they still
They
bring in
still do?
bombshells.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if, like, we were too far in for that or what. But okay, well then that could be okay.
Okay, it just came back to me. You know why I kind of didn't want Che back in the villa? Because he kissed Trinity, and I just don't even want Bryce to have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think that bringing in the other guy, even that Melanie was flirting with, would have done anything. Like, I think the people that have made videos about her, like it's just like, oh, I was gonna say, it's just like Huda. not like how they are, but like how Huda, like, I don't think she could be in a healthy relationship. And
Huda
it's, yeah,
or Melanie?
Huda.
Oh, yeah.
And Melanie's not like that extreme, but it's similar in the way that, like, I do think Melanie likes being in a position where she can chastise her man and make him, like, grovel back. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people like that dynamic.
Yeah, I think even more than just that specific dynamic, I think she just likes the drama.
Yeah.
Like any sort of drama and toxicity. Just
Yeah.
not at
Like, the highs and lows that come in, like, crazy relationships like that don't exist, and I genuinely think that's, like, hard for a lot of people when they, like, enter a serious, nice
Mhm.
relationship that, like, you don't you don't have the lows, which is good, but with that, because it's not hitting rock bottom, you don't get to feel that, like, thrilling high, and you
Yeah.
feel more this normal baseline all the time, but a lot of people do crave that in relationships.
I think
So,
Melanie likes it and it's fun for her. I think with Huda, she genuinely could not self-regulate or stop even if she
no.
tried. I feel like Melanie could stop if she tried, but I feel like
Yeah.
Huda,
Like, Melanie's
she
young. She'll
could
grow
not
out of
help
it in
it.
a couple years and be like, "Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready." I was just gonna ask, so where the couples are right now, like, where would you, um not, like, rank them, but, like, the order that you'd want them, like, in or out? I guess that is just technically ranking them. But, like, from here to the finale, who would you want to see go and stay?
It's hard because the only couple I really like together is Bryce and Trinity. I like Kata, but I don't want her to end up with Zach. But I think they are at this point probably going to be in the final four. I actually think the only people that might stand a chance against Bryce and Trinity would be Anaya and Carl if they
Yeah.
couple up and go to the end.
Yeah.
But do I want that?
Nah.
I could see the public really like turning on Anaya in a good way. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, Anaya could really have, like, a good redemption arc
Mhm.
if she couples up with Carl, so I'm willing to, like, have my mind changed and, like, really fall in love with her and Carl. Right now, I'm just feeling annoyed with her. Um,
Yeah.
I like Melanie, but I don't want her to be with Sincere. See, it's hard. Like, I don't think I can rank them yet because, like, I don't feel like everyone's in their, like, final
Final
couples at the
couples.
moment. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
What do you
sense. Yeah.
think?
Well, I was thinking that question, and then I just remembered that you said that there will be more bombshells coming in, and now I'm like, well, yeah, so, like, a lot could change.
Yeah.
I agree with Carl and Anaya. Like, some people were saying how, like, she was gonna choose Carl, but then, like, when all the couples back to back were coming and saying, um, that they were staying with their partners and that the guys were actually coming back without anyone, that was, like, giving her maybe, like, a false hope. And with that, it's like kind of hard because, like, if Anaya truly had feelings for Casey, like, really truly liked him and their connection and thought he would come back alone, then that has me feel for her. And I'm like, yeah, I hope you get your redemption. But if she's just like was trying to play the game,
Mhm.
then I feel less sympathy towards her. Like if
Play the
she's like,
game as in, like, the sympathy card, like, "Oh, if I stay loyal, but he comes back with someone else, then, like, people will rally for
well,
me."
I don't know if I'd go that far. Like that would be a risky strategic move. Because she didn't know that we were going to be able to vote Carl back or however that might work. I don't
Yeah.
know. But just that, like, if she's like, I think I mean more of like, oh, all these guys are coming back. This is safe. Kind of what she's been accused of before, I guess. That like Casey was the
Oh,
safe
like, playing
option.
it safe, yeah.
Yeah. Of like, oh, these guys are coming back. Like, I like Carl, but like, if Casey comes back and he really likes me, like, we could just like play it out till the end. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it really depends. And that is the hard part with reality TV because we are we are seeing only certain clips. And so
Mhm.
I feel like very um like I feel like I can't even speak on her and Casey's relationship because like we were shown some things that were like really sweet and we were shown other things that were like weird, and now I'm just like I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know. Like was she really that dumb? Like was there more that we saw that he really wasn't into her, or like was there more that we saw that or was there more that we didn't see that he made it really seem like he was into her? You know, like I just feel
Well,
really conflicted.
I think that's the problem. I saw a TikTok about this, and it made things make a lot more sense to me. Casey was telling Anaya that he liked her and was into her, and she didn't need to worry about anything. It
Mhm.
was the guys that he was telling things like, "Oh, I want to explore Soul. Oh, she looks like my ex. Oh, like I if she stayed in the villa, I maybe would have explored." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's why I think that's where the problem is coming in. Like the audience is like, "Oh my gosh, Anaya is so dumb. How did she not see this?" But I think it's because we're mixing up the things that Casey is saying to the guys
Mhm.
versus the things he's saying to her. Although, having said that, to argue my own point, like there were moments where Casey and I were not communicating well at all. And
Yeah.
it's like, you guys clearly don't actually really fit together. Like, you don't actually seem compatible.
Yeah.
So, I guess maybe a little bit of both. She's kind of dumb, but also Casey was like kind of
Kind
leading
of
her on.
lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz he's saying stuff like you're the blueprint. Like I thought that was
Yeah.
like so sweet. Like 2 weeks ago, I mean when when this first started, we both said Casey was really cute, that we liked him. Like I thought him and Anaya made a cute couple. And yeah, it just got weirder and weirder, and we'll see. But yeah.
The theories
Some
about her. Oh, sorry. What were you
Sorry,
going to
go
say?
ahead. No, you
Well,
go.
the theories about her changing up who she was going to pick, that's interesting to me because I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine they would have to tell producers that who they're planning on picking,
Mm,
because I think that affect because obviously the recouplings are done in a very specific order. Like
yeah.
they're kind of building up to the more dramatic recouplings.
Mhm.
Not that I think she's not allowed to change her mind,
Somebody
but
pointed that out. They were like, "Girl, you're last. You should have known
yeah.
something was
Yeah.
coming.
No,
They put you
literally, yeah.
last in line."
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that's true.
So, yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say that, like, some people in the comments were, like, trying to defend the guys in the whole, like, reaction of the fights that came out at the fireplace because they were like, well, these women haven't seen, like, we're like, oh, these men are gross and slimy, they're saying this, this, and this, and they're like, yeah, but what are their excuses for being mad? Like, they don't know that they said that, they didn't see that, they don't know that. And I'm like, but they do know that 3 days ago they were being told they were beautiful, that this was real, that they were really falling
Mhm.
for him, that they loved their connection, that they, you know, I'm like, what's your point? Like, they don't
Yeah.
need, like, I'm saying this from my perspective, that they're gross men. From their perspective, they're still justified in that because, like you said, they were being led on, period.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
why are we, like, they were trying to, like, equivalate, you know, the Casa women and these women of like, well, how come like these women can freak out and these women can't defend their man or whatever? And I'm like,
Mhm.
it's just like so not the same. Really, my point of the video also, like, I wasn't talking about the women, like the OG behavior at all, you know,
Mhm.
um, but even if I were, like, yeah, they were led to believe one thing, and then that's not what happened. So,
Yeah. Another thing about the Casa girls coming in and, like, piping in, even just from, like, a fan viewer strategy standpoint, like, I'm sure it's different being in the moment. Like, they've made
yeah.
a connection with Casey and Corbin, so they want to defend them.
Hmm.
But it's just so funny to me, and maybe this I'm just thinking about, like, Survivor players being in the villa. Like, that's kind of how I see some of this stuff. Like, if I was a Casa girl in the villa, I like to think that I'm smart enough to
Yeah.
know, like, I'm a Casa girl. I better
Hmm.
shut the hell up and just, like, let the OG girls have their moment.
Yeah.
It just seems so obvious to me
It's
from
also,
from an audience standpoint.
I don't know if you sent me this or if I just saw it. And like, you are the Love Island expert. I'm not. So I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you are the one that sent me this, then sorry. Technically I already know your perspective then. But there was a video talking about how, like, basically, like, Love Island has never been about the men finding love. That, like,
Mhm.
I think they called it like, this is Barbie's house. Like, this is
Oh,
about the
yeah.
women. The men are there because the women need them. Like,
Uh-huh.
if they're gonna find love, okay, they bring the men in, but like, the audience, like, we're mostly rooting for, like, is this making sense? Like, that this is
Yeah,
like,
no, it
that the
makes
whole
sense.
purpose of Love Island is for the Barbies to find their Kens, not for
Mhm.
the Ken to find their
Yeah.
other person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so how would you say that's accurate? Like,
That's so funny because 'cause I'm not the one that sent that to you, but I have watched Love Island with a lot of men over the past week because
mhm,
I visited 2 friends out of town, and both their husbands watched an episode with us, and then I had my in-laws in town this weekend, and, like, well, my husband watches Love Island with me, and then this weekend, I had 2 brothers-in-law watch it with me, and so it's so funny that you're bringing this up even though I wasn't the one that sent it to you because, like, I won't say which of all those men said things that pissed me off, but, like, some of them it was just so interesting to watch it with men, and
mhm,
then I was like rooting on all the girls, no matter how justified they actually were, I was on their side, and the men were like the men I was watching it with, some of them were kind of piping in defending the man. The Casa Amor recoupling, it's just the girls' moment, like, you just have to let them have their moment, let them have their crash out. We don't care, like, as the female audience, we don't really care how justified they actually are, like, we're there to support them, like you were saying. In the morning, they'll have chats with everybody they beefed with the night before. Everyone will, like, say their little apologies, and they'll make
mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
And maybe it's 90% fake, but, like, that's just how it goes, and
Mhm.
I 100% agree. We're rooting for the Barbies, and the men are just there to be their Kens. And
Yeah.
that's something you could say to a woman, but if you said that to a man, they would probably be upset and indignant and get annoyed at you, and it's like, that's fine. You can be annoyed, like,
Go watch
you
The
don't
Bachelor then.
you don't yeah,
Like,
you don't get it, and that's okay. Like, I've
yeah.
just accepted, like, when the men I was watching it with were, like, saying stuff, there were a couple times I, like, tried to argue back with them, but then I was like, "No, like, they're biased towards the men, I'm
Mhm.
biased toward the women. That's just how it is,
It
and
is
it's
what it
okay."
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Sorry,
that's
that was, like,
valid.
a super long rant I just went on.
No, that's good though, because I was like, yeah, that's a good point, and then I was like, well, but I've actually only watched one season of Love Island, and so I don't know. Like, I wasn't sure if there were any seasons where it felt like, no, like the men are finding their love, but like from what I've watched, it has felt very like centered on the women.
Well, and that's why too, like, I really don't enjoy the Love Island seasons where there's a lot of girl fighting,
Mm-hmm.
or there's been seasons where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, please don't make me take the men's side. Like, why are you
Yeah.
making me root for the men?" Like, those are my least favorite seasons I've watched.
Yeah.
To me, the best Love Island drama is always the girls versus the boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the kind of drama
We
I
want
prefer.
Kenzie versus Corbin, not
Yeah.
TT versus Trinity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so which was more iconic? This recoupling or I pick Clark? I had to do it. Which was better?
Oh my gosh. That's a really good question.
Did he say that at the recoupling? Or was
No,
that
he said
that
it
was like in the
during
letter?
yeah.
Yeah. Or postcards, whatever.
Or was it like the stand on business challenge?
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know.
I pick Clark.
I think at this point, it's always hard to compare things that we already feel nostalgic about
Mm-hmm.
versus things that are happening now. Like I've already seen a lot of memes about I'm TT.
Yeah.
Will that be more iconic than I Pick Clark? Only time will tell.
There really were like so many iconic sound bites from last season that we just haven't gotten this season. And like that's
Yeah.
okay cuz like you said it all built up to this moment and like I texted Alan and was like this episode was crazy. And he's like, "Oh, really? Tell me about it." Cuz he was on a business trip. And I'm like, "No, I actually can't explain it. Never
Yeah.
mind. I just needed to say that it was crazy."
Yeah.
Like yeah, it led up to this, but there hasn't been as many like funny one-liners. Like I'm a mommy.
Yeah, no, like when I think about it, I would not rank Love Island USA season 7 that high on my list of favorites, but there are a lot of it was a very quotable season.
Yeah, yeah. That this last episode though, like, yeah, I was one of those people that was like, ugh, I'm just not locked in. I'm not that entertained. I don't feel passionate about any of these couples until last night or on Friday night. And I was actually so like moved by it that I actually went to well, I
You were
went to
beefing in our comment section about it.
I know. And I actually was going to go and start Love Island season 6 finally. Like I haven't been excited to watch Love Island kind of this whole season. Honestly, like it felt a
Mhm.
little bit more like a chore. Like I knew that I had to like commit to it and see it through for this
Mhm.
moment, you know? But it still felt like, "Oh, I have to watch Love Island. I have to watch Love Island," you know? Where now I'm like, "Okay, I can't wait for the next episode." You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, well, I'm glad you're
So
feeling that way.
yeah.
But also, I know it's so annoying because people always bring up Love Island USA season 6, but genuinely, Sydney, it is enjoyable, but also just for research purposes. It haunts the narrative. Like, it's so hard for me to, like, talk about Anaya and Melanie's speeches without
Mhm.
referring back to Serena's iconic moments at
Yeah.
the Casa Amor recoupling in season 6. So,
It's just going to change everything.
yeah, you really do need the context, and like you just know when the producers are trying to emulate
Okay.
something from season 6.
Okay, I'm gonna commit to season 6 then because I actually went to start like I had actually started the current season of Love Island UK because I was like, well, maybe I should
Oh,
give
you did?
UK a try. Well, okay, I started it watched the first couple minutes or whatever, and then an ad came on because I don't have ad-free Hulu, but I have ad-free Peacock. And I
Oh,
was like,
log into my Hulu.
no. Well, should I do that or should I go back and watch season 6?
That's a tough question.
So then I switched back over to Peacock solely because I didn't want to watch the ads.
I think go back and watch season 6.
Okay.
But I will say this season of UK has been quite good. There's an iconic feminist baddie in the villa.
Oh, nice.
Overall, it has been a good season, but I think in the long run, you're better off going back and watching season 6.
Okay. I'll do that. Okay, I think that actually is all we have to say. This was supposed to be our bonus book episode, and if anyone's here, we've been talking about Love Island for an hour. So
yes, so we're gonna stop this recording and start a new one to talk about the books. Yes. So yeah, go listen to our bonus book episode, and on Friday you can also join us for our review of What a Girl Wants. We tried to pick like an American themed movie, but I actually think
it's more British.
It takes place in England. I don't know. We weren't really that committed to like the Independence Day theme.
Look, Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
British versus American. We chose a British and American rom-com. Like, it's as close as we could get.
Yeah. But we hope you enjoyed our Love Island recap, this bonus episode. And we'll talk to you guys soon.